The North Sea is no ordinary sea. It is a battlefield. A single mistake here can put your life or the lives of your companions at risk. Many call this dangerous body of water the battlefield. People use all their skills to survive here. Even an ordinary sailor can become a skilled and experienced sailor here. Some may gain experience here and return. Others may lose their lives. This is a place where there is no room for error. Even one mistake can cost you your life. But do you know why this sea area is so dangerous? This is a place where there is no room for error. Even one mistake can cost you your life. But do you know why this sea are? Is it just waves or something more terrible happens here? In today's video, we are going to show why the North Sea is so terrible and dangerous, why a single mistake can take your life. Please watch the video in full. A is so dangerous. And new friends, be sure to press the subscribe button next to it and select all options on the bell icon. The North Sea is a sea that is surrounded by land on three sides. The North Sea is a coastal part of the Atlantic Ocean. It is located between Great Britain, Scandinavia, Germany, the Netherlands, Belgium, and France. It is very rich in natural resources because it has a large number of marine animals, oil and gas reserves. It also plays a very important role in trade and fishing. It is surrounded by the waters of the Atlantic Ocean and the Arctic Ocean to the northwest and west of the North Sea. The North Sea is even more dangerous because the huge waves that come from the Atlantic Ocean come directly to this area. These waves are so powerful that many of the large ships that have encountered them to this day have not found any trace of them. Not only that, the icy winds from the Arctic Ocean also make this sea even more cruel. This cold wind brings the water down below 0 degrees. Even in summer, the water temperature here is around 0 degrees Celsius. And in winter, the situation is even more terrible. But that's not all. The nature of the North is completely unpredictable. Sudden changes in weather, fog, and even in summer, the water suddenly reaches -5 degrees Celsius. Everything is possible here. No one can say when what will happen. Even large ships have been seen disappearing suddenly. Some say they may be lost in the waves. Others say there are some giant aquatic creatures that are bigger than ships. And these accidents happen because of them. In February 2023, a terrible accident occurred in the North Sea, off the German coasts. 2 cargo ships collided head-on due to bad weather. Later, the body of one of the sailors was recovered from the water. But surprisingly, no one realized what had happened until a few hours after the accident. Because that day the North Sea was covered in thick fog. No one could see anything even 10 meters away. Later, when the body washed ashore under the impact of the waves, people realized that something had happened. Then a search was started from there by sending an Eastingam. The true nature of the incident was understood only when the investigation began, and it was revealed that the collision had occurred between 2 large ships. The 2 ships had about 250 people on board, but only one body has been found. It too had washed ashore on its own. The collision occurred about 22 kilometers southwest of the island of Heligoland in the North Sea. After the incident, Germany's Central Command for Maritime Emergencies identified both ships and began a search. While one was rescued, the other could not be found. It is known that the ship sank after the collision. The sunken ship was smaller and had more people on board, but no one was found. This information was confirmed by the German Maritime Search and Rescue Service. The ship was called the MV Variety, and the search for the missing was carried out for 3 days. But the search was called off on the 3rd day after no one was found. This accident, which occurred in 2023, was no ordinary incident, because this ship named MB Verity, which was going from the German city of Bremen to the port of Immingham in England and was flagged by the UK. That ship was carrying 1,300 cubic meters of diesel, which was completely destroyed in the collision. But now you may be wondering why the government here does not take any action even after such a big accident. And why doesn't the government close this sea route? Then know that such accidents happen often here. The North Sea swallows many ships every now and then. It is not only one of the most dangerous bodies of water in the world, but also one of the coldest seas. If someone falls into the water here, and even if he knows how to swim, he is sure to freeze to death. Experts say that one of the biggest reasons for accidents in the North Sea is its shallowness. The average depth in the southern part of the sea is only about 100 feet. When large waves rise, they lift sand from the bottom and throw it onto the ship's deck along with the water. Even if water escapes through small holes in the deck, sand accumulates. If this happens regularly, a lot of sand accumulates on the deck. As a result, the ship becomes heavy and unstable, and the risk of sinking in the face of a large wave increases significantly. The North Sea is not only dangerous, it is terrifying. People believe that some places here are haunted by evil spirits which cause ships to sink. Storms and foggy winters in the evening can easily overwhelm large ships. Since the sea is shallow, the currents here change very quickly and flow in multiple directions at once. As a result, it becomes almost impossible to control the ship. Sometimes the ship's hull is under strong pressure on its own, due to which the ship breaks into pieces from the middle. Many tourists who have come here have faced bad experiences. They have written letters to the government after returning to ban shipping in the North Sea. But reality says this is not possible, because the North Sea is a major pillar of the economy of this region. If this waterway is closed, about 65% of the trade in this region will come to a halt. Also, various comments about the North Sea have given rise to debates and beliefs. Some people in Germany believe that the sea is only dangerous to those who cross it without proper respect and preparation. Some people also say that the North Sea sometimes decides when it will attack. This may sound strange, but it happened once. A Dutch fisherman was hauling his nets aboard at night when he caught sight of a huge wave. The wave was so big that it crashed into the side of his beam trawler, which was at the back of his fishing vessel. The impact of the wave broke one of the ship's two huge pillars. One of the two huge pillars of the ship broke. After many attempts, they managed to escape from that place. But the moment the ship got out of the grip of the waves and started moving straight. At that moment, one of the team members said, "I didn't say I would save this ship when I saw it. I have fought with so many waves." Hearing this, everyone in the group looked at him and said, "We just escaped death. Now be quiet for a moment." Still, he didn't stop. He said again, "You don't know anything. I have saved ships from so many great seas. This north is completely insignificant to me." He hadn't even finished speaking. Suddenly there was a huge wave and the ship began to rock terribly. The rocking was so strong that everyone on board fell overboard. Many were burned alive. As soon as they fell into the water, they were never found again. This North Sea is truly a terrible sea. Many compare this sea to a god. The North Sea was once the highway of the Vikings, and they worshipped the North Sea. However, surprisingly, this sea is now filled with oil and gas extraction centers and offshore wind farms. It is as if nature is losing its course in order to meet the needs of civilized people, for which perhaps one day this civilized person will have to pay the price. Do you know anything more about the North Sea? Have you ever seen the terrifying form of the sea with your own eyes? You can write to us in the comment box and tell us. If you liked today's video, you can like it. Then see you in the next new episode. Thank you.